And now we're going to play the game, What's in the Red Cups? Is it water? Is it a different kind of
Vodka.
beverage?
Is it brown?
Gin.
Mine looks like poop water.
Lean.
Mine is actually water. Oh my god, it does look like poop water. What is it?
It's not good for you. That's for sure.
BLEH.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of ToastCast.
Hey.
Shut up.
It's better than...
Anyway,
Half
I
the
actually
calories of regular poop.
So listen to this, guys. This is the first ToastCast after our 1 month mark.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like a milestone.
That's
Hey.
Honestly, that is a milestone.
Let's talk about what led us to this point. Bad audio, bad camera stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ghost. It's the ToasterGhost.
We actually might be haunted.
We might be haunted by many things.
Yeah. Lasercorn's just haunted by his past at all times.
I've seen some
I feel
shit.
like he's haunted by his own thoughts.
Yeah, they're dark.
Yeah.
So dark. They're not really. It's
Indeed.
you know what my thoughts are most of the time is those bunnies from that game we played.
Ah,
It's just them bouncing around.
before we even played the game,
Yeah, they've been there forever.
your whole life has been haunted by dancing, angry-looking bunny men.
Yeah.
It
No,
brought
but
you
they're
closer
happy.
to the game.
They just have kind of a grimace. They're like,
They
I'm
don't like
dancing so
happy-
hard. They're just dancing real
They're
hard.
being forced to dance against their will, and that's the face.
Maybe.
Their face is the face of pulled.
You do have a
muscle
thing. You do
tendons.
seem to have a thing with like Teletubby-ish creatures, because you
Mm-hmm.
do have like the zombie Teletubbies on your Twitch thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't. I have a weird love-hate relationship with them. Like, they creep me out a little bit, but also I'm like, I want to see more games featuring, guys in suits like this
Yeah.
as the enemies.
And perhaps they kill each other.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
perhaps they kill each other.
bloodthirsty colored Skittle people.
Bloodthirsty bunnies.
Yeah. Hey, what games are coming out this week? Do
None!
you know?
None.
All right, so we're in game slump time of the year,
September
guys.
is a
Because
sad
we're leading
month.
up to games releasing in like November, some in October. But you got Dishonored 2 DLC coming out this week.
Yeah.
Rayman Legends coming out on the Switch. You got the new Metroid game
Wow.
coming out. And then also Divinity Original Sin 2 for those of you that like turn-based strategy games.
We are so super enthused about all of those games.
I am really excited about all of them. And here's the thing, Dishonored is actually good, and I've heard...
Dishonored is great.
Yeah.
Dishonored's not
Dishonored
bad.
is on my list of when I do have time to play a game, I play Dishonored
Yeah.
too, but I just haven't had.
Yeah,
That's weird
we've
because
been
every
ghosting.
time you have time to play a game, I feel like we're playing PUBG together.
That's true. Well, I mean, I'm
seems
sorry.
like a lie.
Let me rephrase. I have Dishonored 2. My run through is on my Xbox One at home. So every time I have time to sit down at home and play a couch game, single player game by myself, that's what I play.
I
when
shall
I'm here,
allow it. You play
yeah,
games
should I
with
just
us.
download it on PC? Here's the thing: is I got it for free. So let me explain. I got it for free on Xbox One, right? So I couldn't justify purchasing it on PC. But now the only time I can play it is when I'm at home, and
Well, see,
at home I have this little. It's about this big, and
It's
it
a
runs
human?
around. Yeah, it's a little human,
Tiny man.
and it
baby.
runs around destroying things. And so it's kind of like a video. If you picture it like a video game, like you get points for not letting it die.
Well, we
or
have
not
we have
letting it
played a video
Oh,
game like
there-
that.
There is a game
Yeah.
similar to that.
Who is your daddy?
Yeah.
I am your daddy.
But yeah, I try. So I'm trying to keep that thing alive, and it doesn't leave me with a ton of time
Yeah.
to play my Xbox One.
Yeah.
I have a
he's
confession.
trying. What's that?
I've never played Metroid.
I've never really I remember playing a really old one when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Are we even real gamers?
No,
No.
I feel like that's
fake
one of
gamers.
those are one of the games that should be in everyone's game belt.
I've always
Yeah.
said I'm a
The
fake
belts.
gamer girl.
I've never
Well-
beat a Metroid game yet,
Yeah, I mean,
and I've never played anyone past. I think I played, on like Nintendo, right?
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever played any of the other
Yeah, I
ones.
played one of the. It was the same thing with me and Legend of Zelda. Is I played like the very first Legend of Zelda and none of the other ones. I played like one of the very first Metroid games and then just none of the other ones. So yeah, I just missed the boat on those. I don't know. I think Samus is a cool character.
What
though.
was
Yeah.
the first game that you ever played?
Samus is great in Smash Bros.
Because Metroid is like around that area.
The first
of
game
time
that I
where
ever
you
played?
choose your first game.
So
Or
Asteroids.
it chooses
No.
you.
That's a
Asteroids.
lie. Number Muncher.
What the fuck is that?
You've never played Number
What?
Muncher?
What about
That's not real.
Number
that sounds
Muncher,
like
also
math torture.
Math Blasters?
Yeah.
Also math torture.
No, but Math Blasters was cool. You type the
What's
answers
5 plus 7?
12. You see? I blasted that
Yeah.
math.
He blasted it really hard right in the face.
Right.
So there was Mario Teaches Typing, which I like as a kid.
Wait,
didn't...
so all of your guys' first games were like educational tools?
No.
Yeah. Well, mine were because before I had a Nintendo, I went to a kindergarten that had a computer, and on the computer was Number Muncher.
I think the very first game that I actually played for myself was the original Prince of Persia on the Commodore 64. That game was sick. And I always I'm sure it looks like garbage, but I was like, oh man, it's so bloody and cool. You like sword fight. It's actually almost like Nidhogg-ish because you were
The original Nidhogg.
It was like you were sword fighting like in hallways like that. And you could fall in like traps and spikes and stuff. You basically had to die a bunch and memorize where all the traps were.
So honestly, you're like the only person that would ever say Prince of Persia is your first game. I feel like that's such
One
a
of 'em.
weird first game.
It was one of them. I was also around the time that I was playing like Math Blaster, Mario Teaches
Stop.
Number
Typing.
Muncher.
Stop.
You never had to deal with a troggle.
What
don't
the
know.
heck
Oh, I
is
do
a
remember
troggle?
Yeah,
I
those
remember
bastards.
Troggles.
Those bastards were
What
after
is a
you, man.
troggle?
I remember
Oh.
Troggles.
What the heck is Math
You've
Blaster?
not-
It's not a game. It's
Dude.
it's a
Google
mind
Math Blaster
control
right now.
Device. Okay. No.
Google it.
No. Tell me what it is. What the hell is it?
You would type
Is
you would type answers to equations, and you would fire off stuff at the alien invaders and stuff. Here, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone right now.
Is it
Hey,
really important?
No,
It's not.
No, it's not.
I
But talk
feel
about
like
something else.
This is not really important.
Just talk
at
about
all.
something else, and then I'll show you Math Blaster.
If I think of educational school games, it was probably the Magic School Bus. Did you guys have that?
No, Oregon Trail.
Oregon
Trail?
Amazon Trail?
No, I didn't play Amazon Trail.
Because it was not
Trail
as
of the Amazons.
It was not
Math
as good as
Blaster.
Oregon Trail.
You'll get caught up in the Math Blaster. Oh my
Your-
gosh.
Is there actually a theme song for this game that's not a game but a mind control device?
What
Into
is ha-
conning you into learning numbers and
Look at this.
equations?
This is Math Blaster.
What is that?
Let's fast
Is
forward.
that the theme song?
This game looks terrible.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
honestly, it's holding up for its age.
All right.
If
No,
this is the
it
first
looks
game
bad.
you ever
1
played.
plus 4 equals 5.
Is that an Apple Core?
Yeah, see, he shot lasers at the things because
Look, this is not on the same level as Number Munchers. Number Munchers was
Oh my god.
legitimately stressful. Like the Troggles were after you. You had to deal with actual enemies. This
yeah,
is just
yeah. And let
dealing
me-
with blasting.
No,
trash.
Number Munchers was good too. Let me pull that up because we had to educate Amy on these cool games.
What was the first game you ever played, Amy?
Neither of those because
Okay.
I'm cool and games are for not learning.
All right. So what? Oh Jesus!
Sorry, that's our hero.
That's your hero?
And there's the Troggles.
Ew, those are so gross.
Yeah, they're evil monsters. that just
Playing
come
number
and get you.
munchers.
And no amount of math can actually save you from them. You can't fight them off.
Multiples
with math,
of 2. Quick.
unless you can
Oh,
get
I
out
was,
of
two,
level.
I was about
10,
to top,
4,
touch the screen.
16,
10,
20.
12. Pretty much all even numbers, right?
You know,
20,
Yeah.
This
14.
game, this game does
Pretty
look
much
a
what are even
little
numbers?
Familiar.
Yeah, it should. And
Look, there's a
Troggle.
Troggle.
So right now
That's a
they're
Troggle.
slow and dumb, but they get faster and smarter, and they'll hunt you across the map.
Mhm.
Get him. Get it. Did it.
All right, but please stop now.
Yeah,
I'm
It's the
gonna
sound
just
effects.
overlay
but
this.
you're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna have to
Except your
put in.
head's gonna show up in every single one of those squares.
You just made a bunch more editing work for
Yeah.
yourself. Nice.
That way a Troggle can eat you in real life.
Wow. Yeah.
That's what you always wanted.
It's not what I wanted.
I do want a shirt with a Troggle on it, though. What? Maybe.
Here, here.
Oh, she's doing that thing to you that she normally does to me, where she.
No,
like,
she goes to you. She goes. To me, I guess it's.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't really want to talk about
I don't
that.
want to talk about it either because it's awkward.
PewDiePie said a bad word. We hope
we don't
that
like
we
it,
don't-
and he was dumb for saying
Yeah,
it.
it was a
and-
dumb thing, but we don't think he's a racist, and it's being blown out of proportion
That-
by idiots like me who made videos about
That
it. Sorry.
That being said,
It is. It's partially my fault.
That being
I
said,
apologize.
Well,
Clearly-
if it makes
well-
you feel better, I didn't find out about it on a YouTube video.
I didn't find out about it
Yeah.
until today,
Yeah.
and today was yesterday because
Kind of
we
like a
recorded
slow
this.
roll.
Yeah, and the only thing I'll say about it is, yeah, I don't think he's a racist, but clearly it is part of his normal vocabulary because normal people don't just go to that word when they're yelling
it's
about
not a
stuff.
go-to.
Usually you
Yeah.
say other foul things.
Yeah, like son of
Yeah.
a bitch or piece
So
of...
he gets angry all the time.
Yeah.
He's a boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've never said it in
Yeah.
anger. I mean, I've never said it, and I never say it.
Let's do this for next segment. I'm creating segments right now. All right, your most stressful video game memory. Go. Off of this. It's kind of a transition. Stressed out. saying things.
I am a little stressed out now.
Or how about this? Let's make it more specific. Your most stressful PUBG memory.
Ooh.
I know, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Go.
Yeah, because I don't even think we were streaming or making content, and we might have been streaming.
Mhm.
But I seriously thought Sohinki was gonna kill me in real life because I shot at him again.
Yeah.
So we were driving. But here's the thing.
Oh, and then I said, if you
The
come
thing
close
is
to us,
that-
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, and you looked at me dead in the eyes. No smile, no face twitch. Sometimes Sohinki does this thing where he'll twitch a little bit when he's kind of lying and he's kind of fucking with you, but he didn't do that. So I was really
Stone
upset.
cold.
I was upset because you drove off without me,
I came back to pick you up.
uncalled for. No, you
What do you mean
didn't.
what do you
No,
mean uncalled for?
didn't.
You
You
shot at
kept
me.
driving.
No, and then I came
You
back
kept-
and picked you up eventually. That's true.
That's
Don't
not true. I remember running after you. Anyways, I tried to shoot you. As a warning shot, I shot the ground around you, like, so that you would dance on the four wheels. And then you turned and looked at me, stopped everything, turned and said, if you come any closer, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't
A
trust you
real
anymore.
life
He
death
didn't,
threat.
he didn't use the N-word, but he did really make
Jesus.
me feel unsafe.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't use that word. Normal people don't use that word.
So that was the most stressed out because
Well-
I felt like I was going to get hit.
Yeah.
No.
I felt like,
I would
I don't
never
know.
hit you.
It's been a rough month.
You know,
Yeah,
when you
could happen.
betray me all the time, though, and you shoot at me, then I drive away, barely escaping with my life. Cause
I didn't
So
even
it
hit
gets
you
like,
once.
I would never hit you, but if I did, you would deserve it.
no, let's not start with the beating Amy jokes.
I know. This happens far too often.
Yeah.
Not beating
No
Amy.
Amy's were
joking
hurt.
about beating Amy.
No, Amy's,
No, Amy's
were hurt
in the
filming
filming of any of
this
our
ToastCast.
videos.
Or any
Uh,
ToastCast
So, Hinky,
or video.
do you have a
Stressful PUBG moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have to do with me?
No.
Okay, good.
I think one of my most stressful PUBG moments was I was in a squad game, and there were 9 people left, and I was the only person left in my squad, and it was one of those things where like everyone that was dead was like telling me how to win, you know, where it was like no, don't go, and I'd be like shooting at a guy, I'd be like no, don't shoot at him, and it's just like too many voices in my head while I'm trying to like 1v8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Little did you know you were playing solo queue.
There's just a lot of voices in my
head.
head. But I actually ended up winning, and not because I was really good.
Wait,
Um,
like chicken dinner winning?
Mhm.
Like fried chicken all over your face winning?
yeah, like all up in my mouth and all over down my throat and in my butt, and and it was the sound my butt made. And it wasn't because I was good. It was because I got lucky. The circle kept going on to me, and most of the guys that were left in the game killed each other. So I only had to kill like 2 or 3 guys running up a hill at me with no cover to win the game. It was very lucky, but I was stressed out because I had a bunch of people in my ear and I had 8 people left to kill.
And you did it.
I
Congratulations.
did. Well, I only killed a
I
few
feel
of them.
like this was
Hashtag
a-
humble brag.
I feel like this was a Corno setup for Sohinki to brag about his chicken dinner win.
No,
What?
it was
I
me.
would never set him up.
he would set me up for an embarrassing
For
moment.
Yeah.
embarrassment,
Yeah.
failure.
No, and
Success and victory?
Yeah.
Well,
I wanted him to do a
whenever-
stressful moment,
anytime-
but he turned it into a braggy moment.
Well, no. Anytime I'm close to winning that game, I
Yeah.
get really stressed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there's this one time I was up against 50 people by myself. It
Yeah.
was really stressful, and I beat them all in one, and that's my that's not mine. So actually I think my most stressful moment was when me and your boyfriend stormed that house. Do you remember? Were you in that game?
I think I was dead by then.
Oh, we like
But I remember
we
watching
smoked this
this.
house, and I was like, for a minute I went into like commander mode, and I'm like, put some fire on that house. We're gonna storm it. And Ryan was awesome.
Wait,
Ryan's
I think I was in that game.
Yeah, were you?
Yeah,
we were
I remember
all
it.
together. And Ryan's like, yeah, I'm with you, Corn. And we were like all amped up, and we run into this house, and we had thrown smoke, and we come charging through the smoke, and we got to the door. And we made it to the house without them shooting at us from the windows. And they were in the windows because we had seen them before we had smoked up and ran in.
Yeah.
And we got there, and I think I had a UMP. And I run up, and I see one of the guys looking out the windows. And I'm like, yeah, we're doing it. We stormed this house, and we came up right behind him. And I pull the trigger, and I like lay on the mouse button, and it... one bullet comes out and like pegs him in his level 3 vest, and I'm like, no, I forgot to turn on full auto. Yeah. And I'm like, and like my brain melted, and I forgot the button that turns on full auto. So it's just me like crazily running back and forth trying to dodge this guy who had now whipped around and is shooting at me with like bursts from his AK. And I think Ryan ran in the room, and it was like a solid 15 seconds of me jumping around like an idiot, and this other guy
Isn't it B?
What?
I think it's B.
It's B.
Right?
Yeah, it's B. But I couldn't figure it out because I was so stressed out because I was right next to this guy.
Damn you.
Or is
And
it V?
I had to. No, it's B.
It's B.
B
Okay.
for burst, because
Yeah.
that's how I remember it. That's how I remember it now. But my brain melted in that situation. I was so amped up from charging into the house, and I was just super stressed out, and I was like pressing all the buttons trying to find it. We eventually cleared the house.
Wait, so you won?
But
yeah,
I
definitely
think
wasn't
Ryan
on
had
this.
to come in and save me though. But yeah, we won. We didn't win
You
the game.
were the decoy.
We
and
didn't
you were
win the
good at
game,
it 'cause
but
you
we
didn't
cleared,
die.
we cleared that house. And then I think we spent so much time there that the circle started closing in on us, and we ran into
please,
trouble.
the circle death.
What? I don't know if it was circle death, but it definitely.
Dying to the
We were
circle is the worst feeling.
Yeah, we
It's
were there
like
too long.
Single worst feeling in
it's-
the entire world.
yeah, because like, especially if you've like done really well. There's been so many games where you're all geared up. It's like I got level 3 everything, and then you just die to the circle and don't even get in a fight. Feels bad.
It feels bad, man.
You're like, oh man, I got all this gear. Although I heard about this guy that won a game of PUBG with 0 kills, where he like sat in a corner of the map with a ton of meds and just kept healing himself. Like he found a bunch of meds, and at a certain point he was in the blue, and he just kept sitting there and just keeping himself healed up through the blue.
I like his style.
But
Yeah.
wait, wouldn't a guy sitting in the white eventually be able to beat him just because he's not taking damage per second and the guy's not doing anything?
I don't know how it happened, but I do know that if you Google it, someone was able to get to win a game of PUBG with 0 kills.
All right. I believe you. We don't need to Google it right this second. Cool. So that was Lasercorn making up a segment called Most Stressful PUBG Moment.
Most stressful PUBG moment.
And then, so you guys can make up segments, or are we?
Most
Yeah, hey,
stressful
Amy, make up a segment.
PUBG moment.
Go. Make
Most
one up.
stressful PUBG moment.
We just did
She's
that.
buying time.
Yeah.
She's
I
thinking.
am totally buying time.
So, Hinky, quick segment.
Let's do.
Well, I feel like ToastCast.
Let's do a segment called Toast Cats, where we get a bunch of cats. Come
Let me
in
talk
and
about.
go.
Let me talk about
nice
my
and
favorite.
toasty.
My favorite thing since it's September now. My favorite thing that's happened in September so far.
She loves pumpkin spice.
No, it was my play date with.
Base.
It was my play date with Corno.
You had a play date?
Yeah. We didn't really get to do a cast for PAX. Instead, we threw a vlog in there instead last Tuesday. But my favorite part about PAX was running around the show floor with Corno and forcing him to take a photo with every single dragon and dinosaur that we could find, and you would be surprised by how many of those exist on the PAX show floor. Well,
way
at
too
first
many.
you were really excited, and
Yeah.
I was happy for you, and then I started to loathe you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate you
Why
so
did-
much.
why
I will
did you-
make you drown in photos of dragons for the rest of your life.
Wait, why do you loathe him?
So it started off fun. I was like, hey, I dragged her to the dinosaur. And I'm like, we're going to go do this dinosaur. And then there was a Shadow of Mordor dragon. And I'm like, we're going to go do this. And I'm like, we're going to take pictures with all the dragons. And then, like I said it kind of jokingly, but then, like, I guess I
It was like
anchored
3
her.
dragons in.
I
when
was
I
like, okay, and then maybe I did one more where I'm like, come on, all the dragons. And then I, like, lost interest in it. But when we would pass other dragons, Amy would be like, "Come on, Lasercorn, you said all the dragons, Lasercorn." I'd be like, "But there's other stuff I want to see." And she'd be like, "No, all the dragons."
I'm pretty sure we played 0 games
Yeah.
because we were so busy looking for all of the dragons.
That and we saw all
For
the games at
you.
E3 already. So,
Mm.
but
Oh, well, we actually did play a game and I smoked you 3 times in a row, but we won't talk about that if you don't want to.
because it never happened.
Smoked him 3 times in a row. What game?
I destroyed him in Puzzle Fighter. I found
It
my game.
happened.
It was
It
so
happened.
satisfying.
But that being
because
said,
I never
haven't you
win.
played a ton of that game?
Yeah, I'm kind of pro.
Yeah, it was rigged.
For all
You're
of
a
you
Puzzle Fighter-
naysayers,
you're
there
a
is-
Puzzle Fighter
there is
esports legend?
a single one game which I am good at,
Yeah.
like pretty good at, and I
I think
killed
compared
you.
to the average
Puzzle
person
Fighter.
in the world, you're very good at video games.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You guys are like super soldiers with your fingers.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, like
I think like an actual esports person could be described as a super soldier.
Yeah.
I'm like a casual appreciator compared to them.
yeah, you're more of like a tap dancer with your fingers.
I'm like a super soldier where the formula wasn't quite right yet. Like a super soldier test subject.
Yeah,
Comes
Spice!
out of that,
yeah, I think that's a pretty accurate description
Oh,
because I think like we just like as far as esports and being able to be competitive in an esport, I think we were just like born like I don't know 3-4 years too early, maybe 5.
Oh, so you blame it on age?
No, I'm saying that it wasn't necessarily like there are kids that are 16, 18 now getting into esports, and it wasn't like that wasn't a thing when I was growing up, even though it was starting to be a thing. It was very new.
I think maybe for you, esports would have been an option, but never was for me because I never wanted.
StarCraft, you were really good at.
But I never wanted to play.
Oh my
like
gosh,
I never would have
that's
gone
so
pro.
nice.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. But I never, even being good at it, I never would have gone pro because
You don't enjoy it enough?
What?
or-
No, I never play a game until it feels like work. Like I got to diamond level, like cheesing, because I thought it was fun and funny to troll people and see their salty tears. But the moment the game started to feel like work, and I like started looking at videos on like APM and like how to raise your APM, I'm like, this has stopped being fun.
Yeah.
And I stopped playing. So
Yeah.
going pro was never really an option
Yeah,
for
people.
me.
Yeah, you'd rather be like.
People ask me like why I stopped playing Dota. Why I
Yeah.
stopped playing
What?
Dota, and I think there was just a point, and I don't not play Dota, I just don't play it nearly as much, and it just is because there was a certain point, like you're saying, where it stopped being fun because it was almost like I expected to win, so winning didn't feel that great, and then losing felt awful. So
You're
it's
like, I deserve this.
So it
but
was
when you
like-
lost, you were like, I don't
well,
deserve
you know what was actually
this.
cool though for me, and it's something that I bonded with Ryan over, was that fighting games really taught me to not get mad at teammates in team games. I've like really calmed down on that a lot because in a fighting game you only have yourself to blame for your loss, which is like gets you in a great mindset because instead of focusing on like what my teammates were doing wrong, even if they're doing stuff wrong, I focus more on what I'm doing wrong, and that's a much more productive approach, I think.
At life.
Agreed.
At life,
Yeah.
yeah.
And at life in
And
general.
so I feel like the moral of the story is play games because you enjoy them and they enjoy you.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
and also
them.
don't say the N word. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. See you guys next time. If you have any ideas or topics on what we should talk about for the ToastCast, leave them in the comments below.
Also, subscribe to our channel and tell your friends to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Hey, we make videos 4 out of the 5 days a week, and I think they're pretty darn good. So watch them.
Agreed.
And all that stuff.
And I think that anything you think is pretty darn good, I think is pretty darn good too.
Rootin'
It's not
tootin'.
just because you're
Rooty
involved
tooty.
in making it or in it or anything.
Ugh.